Up with KREM begins now.
Good morning, 6 o'clock here on your Monday. Thanks so much for joining us here on Up with KREM. I'm Tim Pham. We also want to welcome you in if you're streaming us on KREM 2+. Let's get you out the door with a look at your weather forecast with meteorologist Thomas Patrick. Thomas, people will know immediately it is frigid this morning.
Sure is. How was your truck this morning?
Oh, it was frozen solid.
I needed an extra minute to get the frost off of my windshield as well. It's just outright cold for this morning. Our temperature is now down to 13 in Spokane. This does mark our coldest morning of the year so far. Coldest morning of the winter, technically speaking, at 13 degrees. Colder than it was yesterday with a low of 18. And there are now single digits on the map. So the cold spots are in Deer Park and out in Coeur d'Alene. It's just 6 degrees, so it is extremely frigid in some spots this morning. So make sure to give yourself some time to be comfortable inside your car before you head underway this morning.
Here's a live look at the traffic impact this morning with a look at I-90 and US 2 at the split there. It looks like westbound traffic picking up just a tad, but of course it is MLK Day today. A lot of people have the day off from work, so there may not be as much traffic out on the roadways. Don't forget that there is free parking in downtown Spokane today. We'll check in on traffic though and let you know if anything changes throughout the morning. We'll bring you another check of weather and traffic together in the next 30 minutes. In a matter of hours, the 47th President of the United States will be sworn in. Meanwhile, last night, Donald Trump took a victory lap with supporters at a rally where he gave a glimpse of what to expect in the first few days of his second administration. Trump plans to sign around 200 executive orders after he's sworn in, ranging from diversity hiring programs to oil drilling and immigration. Trump is also expected to launch a series of immigration raids in cities across the country this week.
The American people have given us their trust, and in return, we're going to give them the best first day, the biggest first week, and the most extraordinary first 100 days of any presidency in American history. We'll begin the largest deportation operation in American history.
Today, things will look slightly different for Trump's inauguration as the frigid temperatures move the ceremony inside the Capitol building. Now crews are building a special stage inside of the Capitol Rotunda where roughly 600 guests, including former presidents, members of Congress, foreign leaders, and several tech CEOs will witness the inauguration in person. And you don't have to miss a moment of today's events. Join us on KREM 2+ as we cover Donald Trump's inauguration live. It all starts at 9 a.m. KREM 2+ is available on Apple TV, Roku, as well as Amazon Fire devices. And of course, you'll be able to see that inauguration on KREM 2. New this morning, President Joe Biden is using his final hours in office to issue more pardons. Today, President Biden has pardoned Dr. Anthony Fauci, retired General Mark Milley, and members of the House committee that investigated the January 6th attack on the Capitol. The Associated Press reporting the decision comes after President-elect Trump warned of a, quote, enemies list. However, this claim has never been said by the president-elect. Biden issued a statement saying the pardon wouldn't or shouldn't be mistaken as wrongdoing or an admission of guilt, saying, quote, our nation owes these public servants a debt of gratitude for their tireless commitment to our country. Today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, a day to honor the life and legacy of the civil rights leader. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. has some of those events are happening, and they happened earlier this weekend, including a commemorative service and celebration at Holy Temple Church of God in Christ. Reverend James Watkins, son of the late Happy Watkins, who's known for his work in Spokane, spoke to the congregation about celebrating the holiday without his father and community activist Ivan Bush. Both passed away last year.
They put in the work. We just got to finish the work. And if we are going to be caregivers of their legacy, it means that this day has to keep marching on. And tomorrow has got to keep marching on.
As we honor and celebrate the life of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Spokane is preparing for the annual Rally, March, and Resource Fair. KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones live at the MLK Center right now for us. So Brandon, tell us more about what we need to know about today's events and how people can get involved. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Tim. Well, it's kind of a tradition for us now here on Up with KREM, starting our morning off on Dr. King's Day here at the MLK Center in Spokane. And I get an opportunity to hang out with Mrs. Frida Gandy. And, you know, you're just a hard worker. You do everything. And I'm just so thankful you decide to wake up this early and speak with us. But Tim asked, what are some of the ways people can get involved in terms of, you know, being a day of service and resources? And I feel like one of those ways is coming down here to the MLK Center.
Well, yes, definitely. We have several volunteer opportunities. At our resource fair, there will be other organizations with volunteer opportunities. So it's not just about volunteering with us, but other agencies as well. There are nonprofits providing a service to this community, and they need help too. So it's about a day of service, but it's also about serving the community as a whole. Yeah.
Well, what is that service like, you know, being able to give back and to help people who may not know, well, what's my next move? And you're kind of a place right here that can help them maybe figure that out.
Yes. Well, like I said, the center has been around for more than 50 years providing services. And being here and being a service provider and having the impact that we have on the community has been truly amazing. And it truly has been an honor for me, not that I'm going anywhere, to be the executive director of an organization that embodies the life and legacy of Dr. King, one of service, one of justice, one of equity, one of inclusion. So I'm just delighted to be here. I'm delighted to bring people from all walks of life together on this day.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm just excited.
Well, and I'm honored I get a chance to have these conversations with you, Frida. We appreciate you so much. We're going to be here throughout the morning, and then also we'll be seeing you over at the March and Rally as well.
Yes,
yes ma'am. Right.
Definitely.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, well, we'll toss it back to you all in the studio. Thank you.
This morning, 3 Israeli women are home with their families as a ceasefire remains in place in the war between Israel and the terrorist organization Hamas. After 471 days in terrorist captivity in Gaza, 24-year-old Romy Gonen, 28-year-old Emily Damari, and 31-year-old Doran Steinbrecher are safe.
Once this door opens, it must not close. We must let all 97 hostages, now 94, come back home to their families.
Hours after the hostage release, Israel released 90 Palestinian prisoners. Another group of Israeli hostages are set to be released this coming weekend, when 4 more will return to Israel. Aid has also started arriving in the Gaza Strip, with at least 200 trucks waiting in line to enter through Egypt, carrying warm clothing and medicine.
At 6:09, another check of our weather forecast, where it's just about cold everywhere across the country. Our current temperatures are teens and single digits. A lot of my friends in the Midwest are waking up to temperatures below 0 this morning. All from the same storm system, all from the same Arctic air mass that has plopped itself right over the heart of the country. Where you see that high pressure over Missouri, that's the center point of where that Arctic air is anchored. We're kind of on the fringes of it, so relatively speaking, it's not as bad in our neck of the woods, but this is the coldest it's been so far this winter, currently 13 in Spokane.